Welcome to the Clearing the Air podcast with D and Q.
I'm Cupid.
Oh my God. I'm Q. I'm Q.
I'm D. What up, everybody?
Hey man, listen. We're here to talk about you can call it Lover's Day, you can call it Valentine's Day. Either way, that's what we're here to talk about today. So all right, man. So let's just jump right in.
Let's
It's
do it,
one of
bro.
those, we just jump right in. Yo, what are your thoughts on Valentine's Day?
I think it's cool, man. I'm not one of those people that are like, it's overrated. It's too cliche. It's too whatever. I think it's a day. Um, just like, I think we talked about it before. Maybe we was talking about Christmas or something. It's just one of them days where, you treat your significant other, especially you show them why you love and appreciate them. And you can say, I do that every day. Yeah, that's true. But we celebrate our mothers on Mother's Day, fathers on Father's Day, our lovers on Valentine's Day. So I don't have an issue with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not super like, oh, it's Valentine's Day, blah, 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 but I'm definitely not against it either. I'm cool with having some plans, doing something on that day. Yeah. How about you, brother?
My thoughts about it. Um, it's weird because I feel two ways about it. All right. Um, do I celebrate it? Yeah, I guess you could say so. Um, my thoughts about it. I mean, like you said, I mean, it's a day for lovers. It's a day to celebrate your significant other, do something nice for them. Uh, but I will say that it, like other holidays or other days that are celebrated, so to speak, it can be commercialized.
Mhm.
Um, it can cause for there to be an increase in volume or overcrowding. And then also, it's an opportunity for retailers. It's an opportunity for, you know, floral shops. It's an opportunity for your restaurants to get that bread. That
Mhm.
markup is crazy. So it's expensive. So, I take all of those things, both sides, um, into the equation when I make a decision of what I'm going to do on that day for my lover. So, yeah,
All
yeah.
right. All right. Yeah, yeah. As with anything, it has gotten commercialized.
Mhm.
You know, I also, like you were saying, I also think it's a time for retailers to jack them prices up. Oh, that's how you feel today, bro? Hold up. First of all, you ain't. Oh, okay. Hold up. So, hold on. So, if y'all ain't peep game, first of all, he ain't
What's going on?
never had no drink. I'm always the one with a drink. He ain't never got a drink.
Right.
The two you see what's on the cup. Okay, player, respect. Respect.
Player, the
Respect.
non-player.
I mean the non-player. I bet that.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I
I'm a
mean,
little parched. You know what I mean?
look,
It ain't
I ain't
blue dot, but you know what I'm saying?
blue dot. You knew it was coming. It's your fault. I like your wrist game, by the way. I saw that.
Oh
I
yeah,
like your
yeah,
wrist
yeah.
game, by the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's definitely time for retailers to kind of maybe jack the price up on things. But that's with everything, man. I don't hate on that. You know.
I got you. Well, that being said, I mean, hey, you got plans for Valentine's Day?
Um, this year, I don't know, man. It's on a Monday, which ain't the best.
Yeah.
You know, um, I do. I mean, I'm in this. I'm always in a basketball league, and we do got a game that night, but it's the
Mm,
early game. I want to say it's like 6, so
okay.
we should be finished by like. Well, I believe it's at 6:30, so we should be finished around 7:15. I could rush home, shower, you know, maybe have a little dinner or something like that. But
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it for me. What you got going on, hubby?
Well, two things. I was trying to get away for the weekend.
Okay.
Given that it's on a Monday, I was trying to get away Saturday and Sunday, maybe even Friday night. You know, nowhere far, but um, my wife, she brought up what we talked about earlier. The overcrowded, restaurants, the hassle with, you know, when you find a place you do want to go to, um, you know, are they gonna have reservations? Again, it's gonna be dumb expensive just because. Um, and I've become during the pandemic quite the um let's switch it up a bit. The dude on the stove. So that being said and done,
Yeah, chef hubby. Chef hubby.
yeah, yeah. So that being said, I think I got a menu request. So I mean, we just gonna keep it
Okay.
in the crib, man. Um, I may send my kids, or at least my youngest daughter, um, you know, over either granddad's house or you know, uh, somewhere maybe at least for the night. Um, and just try to enjoy each other, man. I mean, you know, again, when I think about this day, man, it's just one of them things where it's just another excuse to celebrate my wife. Really, that's really what it is. So, even and what I can say is it's been different variations of it, obviously because of the pandemic as well. When restaurants weren't open last year and in
Hmm.
2020. So, really just being creative. But listen, this podcast cannot be seen by my wife because I'm getting ready to detail what I am doing.
Hold on. So this breaking news right here. This the exclusive drop.
Exclusive, drop one of Clues bombs.
Clue, bro.
Drop one of Clues bombs. All right,
Oh
listen,
man.
listen, listen. She might be up now. So I'm gonna say this real low. I'm gonna have to pull the Barry White voice out. I know you don't like that voice.
Oh
I'm gonna
my
have to
God.
pull it out real quick. So listen, taking the day off. She don't know it yet. Gonna pull up at the job. You know what I mean? Um, Probably some flowers. But most importantly, picnic style situation. You know what I mean? Let's go. You got an hour for break. You're gonna use all 60 minutes of that. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm gonna do. I also have something else I'm gonna do for another couple. We're gonna keep them plans kind of on the low. But
Okay.
basically, um, taking care of another couple, little situation for them. Um, and that's it, man. 'Cause she gonna be at work, and I'm gonna take off. She's not gonna know I'm gonna be off though. So yeah,
Okay. Okay. Yeah, man. That's dope, man. That's dope, man. That's because I was just about to ask you, um, you know, will the pandemic have any bearing on what you do this year? Has it had any bearing on what you've done the past 2 years?
yeah. So just to answer that real quick, um, it has, and it has for other reasons as well, um, which is why I've been on the stove a lot more.
Right.
I've noticed that customer service has dropped a bit. So my thing is, if I'm going to spend more money, and there's really the service hasn't increased. It's just your volume and what you're expecting. So you can raise the prices. Listen, man, like I've become a pandemic chef, not tooting my horn, but just saying I make the effort and my wife loves it. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Right.
But to a degree, it has. It in where there has still probably been places that have been open. Um, it's just again the overcrowdedness has really been the thing that we've said. You know what? We in a pandemic. Don't want to be in situations where it's kind of overcrowded, or again, the demand is higher because it's 50% that could
Hmm.
occupy it, or there's a
Hmm.
certain, occupancy level you got to keep. So that being said, bro, yeah, to a degree, but it's just more or less just been an adaptation that we've made within the household, you know, overall. So
Yeah. I I know I said the past 2 years, but we've really only had this will be our second one because
mhm,
2020 we wasn't in it yet, and I remember that year. Um, I did do something for Valentine's Day that year, so it was only just last year we was in it, and then this year, um, and it seemed like they're kind of starting to lighten up on stuff. So
right.
you know, but again, it's on a Monday, so
Mhm,
I know people might do some stuff over the weekend. I'm looking into that as well, maybe Saturday or Sunday. So yeah, man. I think it'd
gotcha.
be dope. I think it'd be dope. What you got lined up sounds dope, and I know wifey would definitely enjoy that, my brother.
For sure, for sure. Now, man, I might get a little controversial with this one here.
All right.
All right, I want to kind of play the single versus married game for a little bit. So that touches
Well,
both
who
of us.
better than to ask both of us?
Right, right. So
Right.
that hits both of us.
Right.
Let me ask you this question because I was talking to a group of fellas um, that I'm close with, and you know, do you feel like if you're dating or talking to someone, do you feel any pressure to do something special on Valentine's Day?
Me personally, or you just me in general?
I would say you. I would say you, but I would also say your circle of single guys. Like what's the conversations in terms of I would say expectations from women?
Um, I don't. It's not really a big talking point with us, bro. I don't know why. I guess it's just kind of understood. Like a lot of I have friends that are both. I have a lot of married friends. I have a lot of single friends. The
Mhm.
married dudes, they whether it's big or small, they do something. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? And then they might get the kids involved. Something. Um, the single guys that are dating, if they're dating somebody and it's it has the potential to go somewhere. I think they do stuff for Valentine's Day. Um, Me personally, me, I'm just I like to spoil mine. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely going to do something, get you something, take you
right.
somewhere, do something. Like, yeah, that's just, again, if it's again, I know it's commercial and it's the Lover's Day, but what I mean, if I could do something to make you feel special, put a smile on your face, that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, me personally, yes, I do. And it don't have to be nothing all grandiose. It could be something,
Mhm,
small, like a nice little gesture or something. But yeah, I
mhm.
definitely try to put some thought into it, man. We love putting a smile on their faces. So
For real, for real.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now let me tell you the reason why I went here because you know it. It's one of those things where there's gonna be listeners who maybe they don't do this whole Valentine's Day thing. Um, Maybe they feel like what, we're not in a relationship. We're just kind of doing this casual thing. I don't owe you anything. I
Uh,
think I think that should be discussed and talked about to a degree, just because. Um,
for sure.
yeah, because I think there definitely is expectations at times, which could be a bit of pressure. Um, and I think just talk to us about that. Like, what do you think about that?
Well, so it's a couple of things, man. Again, we talk about society nowadays. It's just I'm gonna talk from the single dating side.
Mm,
Um, I just think this this generation, this society, they just kind of got it so backwards. You know what I'm saying? It's not really no everybody want to be a sneaky link, or everybody want to, you know what I'm saying, have a side,
Right.
this and that. And then, you know, then you see you don't get nothing for Valentine's Day because he or she with their main, you know what I'm saying? And so you
Yeah.
out there hung out to dry, you thinking it was something more than what it was.
Right.
But that's just kind of an example. There's so many others. You know, I, I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna put this person. I'm not gonna say their name, but a very close friend of mine. He does. He don't believe in the hype of anything. He don't do the hype of nothing. You know what I'm saying? So if Valentine's Day you supposed to be doing something with your lover, he'll do it purposely on the 13th or the 15th. You know what I'm saying? And so the women he dates, you know, they might feel a certain type of way and this and that, blah, blah, because all of their friends maybe be celebrating it on the 14th. And they either celebrate with him the day before or the day after. But he just gonna go against the grain with everything. You know what I'm saying? So that 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 in itself is pretty hilarious.
Depends on who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Who.
Oh yeah. Because it may not be lit. And I've seen, you know, several women not take too big of an issue with it, because if they're dating him, they know the type of person that he is. So
Right.
they just kind of, you know, roll with the punches. You know what I mean?
Right. I think, you know, like you say, when we talk about society, you know, I've heard young men say, "I'm not spending money on no woman. I'm not tricking. I'm not doing this, that, and the third. I'm not." And let's just keep it, you know, without being vulgar, but just
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is life.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm not paying for an encounter, should we say?
Right.
You know,
Right.
and then I think you have to look at it like this as well. You know, if a young man does do X, Y, and Z, let's be fair now. You know, we talked about the females having an expectation, you know, that if you're even entertaining, something should be done. Let's keep it a buck and say that the young man might say, okay, well, if I'm doing this for you, quid pro pro, what you gonna do for me?
Right.
I need that encounter later
Right.
on. I ain't trying to hear that Netflix and chill. I'm trying to hear it's time to pay that bill.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
I get it, man. It's that it just and I don't even want to blame it on generation. It's definitely different now, but it's just kind of that upbringing too, man. You know, we come from that era where, you know, you take a young lady out, you treat them nice, you take them out on a date, you be respectful, you know what I mean? You pay, you know what I'm saying? You come up with ideas, you know what I mean? So and you know, you don't necessarily do that thinking you're gonna get some in return at the end of the night. If you do, great. If you're not, we on to date number 2 or date number or whatever the number of the date is. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's just kind of how you look at the situation. You know what I mean? And there, unfortunately, I don't even want to say unfortunately, but there are guys who are gonna look at it like, all right, well, if I do this, or I expect this, and then there's some guys who are like, nah, I'm not down with, you know, doing all that, especially just on some Valentine's Day. V-Day not gonna mean nothing to them. So,
Right. Right.
and you know, it just kind of is what it is. But you know, I think for my circle, and I'm pretty sure for yours too, you know,
Yeah.
we want to keep our women happy. So
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm all for, you know, anything to celebrate us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If we
Yeah.
rock it, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing like being with a woman and y'all looking good together, y'all stepping out looking good, having a nice
Right.
dinner and doing whatever like that. That's not just for her, that's for both of us. We both gonna
Right.
have a good time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think Valentine's Day is just for the women.
Right.
It
And
could be for us too.
it's funny you went there about the whole paying thing, because you know that's been a conversation for the last couple of years. That's been a big deal.
Yeah.
Who
Who
pays? Who
pay?
doesn't
Yeah.
pay? Yeah,
Yeah, bro. Like, come on, fellas, be a man. Let's go.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially if you stepping out on this day.
Yeah, yeah. And then if you asking her on a date or inviting her, but that's a whole nother.
A whole nother
Yeah.
situation, bro.
Look, I got a question for you though, and I got a question,
Okay.
for the people out there.
Hmm.
So let's say the person you're dating says, "Hey, Valentine's Day is not a big deal to me. I don't need nothing. You don't have to give me nothing." Do you still do something or get something for that person?
So I like how you said I got a question for you. Um,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to answer that in two ways. I'm going to answer it as a married man,
Uh-huh.
but then I'm going to answer it from a society standpoint or what I've seen.
Hmm.
Let's go there first because I can easily say my point of view. Um, if I had to tell somebody or guide them as to how they should play that,
Hmm.
I won't say this. Know your woman. Know the woman that you're entertaining. Know the woman that you're dating. Know the woman that you are committed to in any form of fashion. Because if you could get played, you know, um, you could get played and you could be in a situation to where, you could be in a situation to where you hear what she said. Maybe she's testing you. Again, you got to know your woman. You could be in a situation to where um, maybe she means that. For example, a cousin, my cousin, a cousin from Boston. Hopefully he hears this, but his fiance, she's like, nah, I don't. I'm good. I'm good. You know. Um,
And he does nothing.
um. See, I'm gonna talk about this a little later because
Okay.
I'll say no. I'll say no in this regard, but then I'm gonna go somewhere else a little later. So no, but you have instances, ladies. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. But you have instances where women, ladies will say something and they'll test you. And sometimes ladies can say what they don't mean. Um, that's not to offend any women. It's just simply to say sometimes a woman just wants to see whether you want to do it or not.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. That test. They
You know,
tested you.
like
Yeah.
yeah, I know I said it because I didn't have an expectation, but
Hmm.
low key, like let's just be honest. Even when we're talking about Christmas or we're talking about whatever else,
Yep.
yo, it feels good for somebody to do something because they specifically thought about you.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, I got well. So then, for me personally, and then I got a question back for you.
All right.
Um, my wife, see, we got a little thing that we do. Like for example, I've asked her what does she want. She won't answer. She played me though. She asked me, and I answered. So really, that's just kind of a test that we kind of both do to just really see, like, have we been listening to each other?
Right.
You know, and it's not, let's say we got it wrong, whatever. Okay, cool, whatever it is, what it is. But if my wife says that, nah, I'm gonna do something because I know, just like I say, it feels good. Like with the plans I told you I have, I haven't done that in a while, and I know she will be blessed by that. So that's why I'm gonna do it. Now, I almost forgot my question, but I forgot. I should have just.
Well, look. Well, it'll come back to you. So let me answer what I asked you, and not even the answer, but um, I, it's kind of piggyback off what you were saying. I kind of think maybe it's a test to see. All right, well, let's see if
Mhm,
he's going to do something anyway. And not to say women are out here purposely testing us. There may be
mhm.
there are some women out there who really just don't care about Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
They just
yeah.
don't. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep it a buck about that. But I also think that that's an opportunity, especially for the folks, be like, well, do something anyway. You know what I'm saying? And again, it don't have to be big, grandiose. It can be something small.
Right.
You know, maybe it's the, the night you cook a meal,
Right.
or you do something, you had the kids do something for her, or you do something with the kids to give her a night off, or you know what I mean? Or so yeah, I never forget, bro. I never ever forget. I was watching. This was maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. I was watching First Take. Um,
I should show.
yeah, not as much no more though. But I was watching First Take, and it was on Valentine's Day, and I remember Molly. Um, I can't remember if it was the beginning of the show or the ending of the show,
Mm.
but she either started her monologue or ended it by basically saying, "Fellas, don't listen to what she says. She says it's not important. It's important. Get something or
Mhm.
do something." I never forget that joy, bro. And I
Yeah.
was like, okay, Molly. Molly tried to speak game. Stephen A had to agree to that, put his 2 cents onto that. But yeah, that just always sticks out to me. And I was
Right.
like, yep, yep, yep. I always remember that. Remember your question, brother?
I do remember it.
See?
Do you have an expectation for this day with your significant other? Like, again, it's typically, what is the man going to do? That's typical. I think that's pretty standard. But and the reason I'm asking is because so another one of my cousins, we were having a conversation, and um, he said, yeah, no, I'm gonna do what I do. He said, but I look, I got an expectation too. Do you feel the same?
Oh, nah, bro. I mean, don't.
Younger generation, huh?
No, 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 no. What I'm saying is, it's not like,
It's
and
not a
maybe
quick
I'm,
pro
and maybe,
pro joke.
yeah, and maybe I'm misconstruing your question, but like to me, I'm not like, oh, it's Valentine's Day. What you gonna do for me? You know what I'm saying? Or like,
Yeah,
I'm waking up expecting something. Like on Valentine's Day, I expect to do. You know, if I receive, it's cool. But I feel like, it's a day for my lady to show how much I love you and appreciate you. So I'm going to do for you. I don't, you know. And again, doing for you for her makes me happy. So
right.
so I am getting my gift in return. You know what I'm
I
saying?
like that.
So
That's a single man saying that, y'all.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, just like, yo, we go to nice dinner. I'm gonna eat too.
Hmm.
I'm gonna eat good too. And again,
Hmm.
man, I love it when you out with that special lady, y'all vibing, y'all rocking, y'all looking good together, y'all walking together. That's fun for me. That's the gift for me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. It'll happen without me having to ask for it. And I don't have any expectations for it. It's going to happen naturally by the things we do together and by the things I do for her. So
That's word.
that's me.
That's word.
Yeah.
That's word. Um, Now we've kind of talked about the pressure, and I will say this.
Well, hold on, bro, because you're the married man. So, do you have expectations on V-Day? Does
Nah, bro. I mean, my mindset. I mean, even though my wife did ask me, I kind of slipped up with even saying anything, and I honestly had to stretch because initially I said, "Nah, I'm good," and then she kind of pushed a little bit more, and so I said, "All right, I'll say something."
right?
And it's funny because when I said it, she was like, "Oh, well, I actually just was looking at, blah, blah, blah." So again, it goes to what I was saying earlier, just the listening to each other to
Mhm.
where, because I will tell you this, what's dope is to be able to not have heard a person make a request, but you've paid attention, again, whether we're talking about Christmas or whatever, or any type of gift giving, like you've made a request, or not even you've made a request, but you said, man, you know what, that would be dope, or and next thing you know, you got it. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like that's dope. And it does show, man, you listen. But you know what I'm gonna say? Um, because I think, as a married man answering this question, I kind of answered it, but I'm gonna take it a step further. So, and I've wanted to say this the entire time. So this is a perfect time to say it. So, if you say, well, do married women have an expectation on this day? Again, you'll have some that um, will definitely have one, and you will be in a doghouse if you do nothing. And then, like I said, my cousin, his fiance, she's not really with it, and I didn't really get into reasons as to why. Didn't really make much of a difference. Um, it didn't really make much of a difference, but um, that's just what it was. Now, that being said, I will say two things. Um, well, I'll at least say this one thing. Women expect for you to be consistent 365 days of the year. That's just, and again, when you have that, you don't have to do something so big on Valentine's Day because they're just used to your consistency, and you're going to make something work to where they know you made an effort to do something for them on that day, um, that weekend, whatever. But I will tell you this too, just because it's on a Monday, if you did something on the weekend, bro, don't be empty-handed that day. That's just my advice. Don't be empty-handed on the day. Say, babe, we did something, da 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 da. Bro, you need to have something. You need to have something. Um,
But what if the dude considered what he did? Like for instance, this year it's on a Monday. Let's say
mhm,
the dude thinking what I did for her over the weekend was for Monday because I didn't think Monday we both got to work,
mhm.
the kids, blah blah blah. But I guess that's where that communication piece comes in.
I was gonna say the second thing I was gonna say when I said two things was that you gotta know your lady, man.
Yeah,
Everybody's
right,
everybody's different, and sometimes again, while there can be expectations, there are expectations within expectations. And so if you communicate, and it's just known, babe, like, we both got to work, I'm not able to take off, you're not able to take off, you know. And honestly, like, I like to do the whole surprise thing. For me, I like the whole
love a
idea.
good surprise, bruh.
Yeah, son, and my wife nosy too. So yeah,
Ah,
so I like, for me, I like to make it seem like I'm not doing nothing, ain't got nothing planned, and
right,
then just like boom, And again, part of that is to help manage expectations, so your expectation is not through the roof. Kind of made it seem like we wasn't going to do much, and that's not. Some people know, oh, that's kind of cruddy. No, it's not cruddy, especially when you're used to doing things on a day-to-day basis. You know, if you only do something once in a while, bro, you might have to go big. But if you are doing things consistently, and again, we got schedules, we work, we got kids, we got different type of situations. Maybe this time, and especially being in a pandemic, it may not be as easy to do what you did
right,
before. You might
right,
have to adjust, but be adaptable. Be
right,
creative. Be creative is everything. Be
bruh. I mean, you said it, bruh. Like we both love surprising, and we both like to be creative. So I mean,
that's me.
it's we in that area. I think we both knock it out the park with that. So, but
Yeah,
that's half the battle right there, bud. It ain't even got to be surprising. It ain't got to be expensive. Just be creative, bro.
right.
Just be creative. Show your lady that you care. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? That's kind of a lesson I've had to learn over the years, man. It's not really all about the big stuff. You
right.
know what I'm saying? Women appreciate the little stuff. A lot of it's just time and hanging out, stuff like that, man. So,
That
you
time
know,
and attention, bro. That's everything.
yes, yes,
It's
yes,
everything.
yes. Definitely something I had to learn, brother.
Yeah. And so I'm gonna say this, and then we'll jump to the next thing before we close. But I'll just say this part. This is a tip. This one is free. The next one will cost you. Um, if you are struggling with how to be creative, think about it like this. What are you good at? What are your gifts? Like, for example, me, I love to write. Um, I could sing a little bit, but I get a little nervous. doing that
Mm,
with in front of my wife. She likes it, but I get a little nervous. So it might not, end up being what I want it to be. But between that and photography, man, you just get creative. Use your gifts to be creative. And then always try to add to yourself so that you can be creative. Because the more you try and add to yourself new things, you find new ways. Oh shoot, I didn't know I could do this. Oh shoot, I didn't know I could do that. So just keep stuff like that in mind. Again, we talked about the pressure with the holiday, and I want to just kind of say this thing. I'm gonna just kind of say this part. I think there's pressure at times on male and females. Why? I think social media does a good job of providing a lot of pressure for people, bro. And I think, you know, sometimes with young ladies, the pressure is to, the whole couple's goals,
right,
the pressure to have what you think, keyword, what you think someone else has
right,
because of a couple of pictures or videos that are quote unquote consistent. And I think sometimes for us men, we can be low key insecure in ways because maybe we don't have what he has when he did X, Y, and Z for his girl. Maybe I'll put myself out there and it's not good enough, or I get played, because she got 2 days. She got one in the morning time, and then, she got me that night. So we're just living in a society, bro, where, men in our emotional way and of hiding how our emotions impact us and not talking about it, we'll just avoid it altogether.
right.
And just say, you know what, nah, I ain't spending no money on no female. And young lady, again, you feel the pressure, the pressure to be married by a certain age, the pressure to have a
Right.
family by a certain age, the pressure to have a Valentine's Day, a Valentine. So I think there is pressure for both male and females. Whether and primarily single. So I don't know if you got any thoughts on that.
Man, I mean, kind of mentioned it earlier, man, that social media kind of ties into that generational thing as well, man, because social media is a big part of it. They'll definitely have you thinking couples goals is a certain thing, or, you know, doing a certain thing or having a certain thing. Um, yeah, and if you're not, there you go with that cup. And if you're not, if you don't know know the difference between fantasy and reality, you might get caught up in that.
Mm.
And you might think that you're not where you should be when it comes to certain things, or shouldn't be. You you're not doing certain things that you think you should be on certain holidays.
Mhm.
So yeah, man, I think you were spot on with that, and it just kind of ties in, bro. You just gotta know fantasy from reality, brother. You know what I mean? Not all couples goals are goals. Like you'll see some of these people picture, you be like, word, this the couple y'all trying to emulate? Like,
Mhm.
nah, nah.
We
So
don't call
yeah,
no names out neither.
right,
Yeah.
right, right.
Well, bro, we're gonna end this on a great note. All right. Are there any songs or artists that you would tend to play, typically because you play them throughout the year anyway, but to kind of, I guess, set the mood, so to speak? Who are you playing on this day?
My Lovers Day playlist. Oh man, that's such a, I don't want to say broad, but that's very wide ranging. You want one song or one artist, or what
Give me
you
give me
want
what comes to
three?
mind when you throw a few out there. Because I'm gonna throw some out there and it's gonna make you remember who you
I
forgot.
know, because I stay forgetting. Well, let me start off with this now so I don't forget her. I got to have my baby Faith up there.
All
So
right.
that as soon as I get home, I got to have that.
Mhm.
I was actually this past weekend listening to a bunch of D'Angelo.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's home team. So put some D'Angelo on there, lady. That's my favorite song of his, and I was actually listening to the remix this past weekend with AZ on it. AZ murdered that joint, man. One of the most classic, like basic videos, just a white background, he playing the keyboard, Erykah Badu in that joint, Faith in it, Joy in it, Face Door to China, AZ. Classic video. I suggest y'all look it up. But Lady, um, man, I don't know what. Janet, anytime, any place. Yeah. I don't know why I don't know why this song is in my head. So, but that guy, that piece of my love, son.
Oh,
Yeah, you know Aaron Hall, he come on that joke.
strong vocals.
Strong. Look. Very super strong vocals. Just all over the track.
He remind me of not remind me of, but when you talk about strong vocals, it make you think about what's my man from DC, New Edition.
Johnny Gill.
Johnny Gill, bro. Johnny
Gill.
Gill. But
Johnny Gill from DC?
Yeah, he's from DC.
I don't know if I knew that.
Yeah, Johnny
Because
Gill.
I know the rest of them from your hood, Beantown.
From Boston, yeah.
I said it early, Cupid. I was just playing, but that 112 joint, of course.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's so many, and I know I'm sounding real old right now. New joints. I mean, before I go to new, of course, I got to have some Jill Scott on there, Erykah Badu, Raheem Devon, Anthony Hamilton, music, all of them. For our younger audience, who from the new I would have on there. You know, I like Tiller, my man.
Bryson.
Yeah. I know it's kind of cliche, but you know, Drizzy always got something.
Yeah.
Something on there. You know, Breezy, Trigger. Yeah. So it's kind of all over the place. I do like some of the newer guys. I'm drawing a blank right now, but
you gonna say somebody like Giveon?
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking about. Him, her.
Yeah, I rock with her.
Yeah, her is dope. SZA's dope. Although she's so weird, bruh. But I do like some of Summer Walker stuff. She's just so.
We're gonna leave that one alone.
I'm gonna leave it alone. But I do like some of her stuff. She's so. I know. All right. So anyway, yeah, I know. How about you, bro? I'm gonna leave that all the way alone.
Man, I tend to go classic too. I'm gonna throw a curveball at you, but you know your 112s, Jagged Edge. Those are my guys.
How I forget? I forget J.E.
I know. J.E. y'all.
Forget J.E. y'all.
J.E. Heartbreak, bro. That CD.
Promise. I know. Promise and
bruh.
He Can't Love You.
That He Can't Love You hit so hard.
Yeah, dude, son. I forget Carl Thomas.
Yeah.
Forgot Carl Thomas. All right, go ahead.
Summer Rain hits, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, you mentioned some of them. You know, for me, bro. Oh, I'm a big Tank guy, bro.
Oh, I forget. Slowly, when we. Oh my God, yeah. Tank is, and I listen to Tank often. I don't know how I forgot Tank.
And then you know, you go there with Breezy. I mean, you can literally just throw a CD or throw an album up in the air and then come out with some hits for that. So
yeah, whole team definitely got it.
Yeah, so you know, we got Breezy, like you say, Trey.
Yeah.
Even though I haven't listened to any of his most recent stuff, he's got bangers. Then, bro, like I tend to do, you know, if I hop in the car, I tend to do some jazz, man. So, no, I'm not gonna say no Kenny G.
He dope though, but I know that's just like the run of the mill joint. I know.
Yeah, son, but I'm gonna go with my man. What's my man's name? Julian Vaughn. Julian Vaughn, real nice on the bass, bro. Matter of fact, he has like a whole. I actually was texting it out today to a couple of people. He's got, I think, his last CD that he released last year just like you could just hear it. It's like love songs, not necessarily that like that renditions of anything.
Hmm.
Just the joints be so smooth, bruh.
Okay.
Um, and then I think
So you say they are
no, they're
renditions? They're
no, they're
not.
not. They're
So
not.
so it's his actual stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
dope.
I think one of his I think the album was called Love Chapters.
Okay.
Um, and one of the songs was called Amore, and then another one was Romance and Rain.
Okay.
So shout out to Julian Vaughn, man. But let me see who else I got, man. I like I say the Chris Browns.
Let me say
Um,
one name. Eric Roberson. Eric Roberson is dope too. I don't know if you on his stuff.
I can roll him.
Throwback. Sade. Can't forget Sade.
Can't forget Sade.
Can't forget
Can't
Sade.
forget your Anita Baker.
Yeah, all the aunties.
Look, my sister was named after Sade the singer. My mom used to listen to her so
Really?
much.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's dope.
yeah. So what else, man? Like you say, your Anita Bakers. You gotta throw some Tyrese in there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You gotta throw some.
Tyree, yeah. My bad. I didn't mean-
Oh, and going back to the D'Angelo, that When We Get By was dope too.
The whole first CD, bro.
It's
10
so dope.
songs, 10 bangers.
Yeah,
10 songs, and that's the last song on the album. So
yeah. So,
yeah.
there's more, man. We shooting off the top of the head.
Hold on, since we going back, we can go back to, you know, come on, the Whispers and
oh,
we ain't even
this is
Earth,
what
Wind,
I do.
we Earth, Wind, and Fire,
Yeah. Oh
all that.
shoot!
We ain't do
Look,
Luther. We ain't say Luther.
we ain't say Luther. How do you miss Luther?
Hold up, Big Luther, Little Luther.
I'm going with Big Luther, son.
Big Luther, yeah. Curl ain't quite curl all the way, Luther. Big Luther, not Little Luther.
Big Luther, son. I'm trying. Look, it's so many joints, bro. Um,
Honestly, and I don't
oh,
want to say her name, but she got some joints too. Mariah got some joints too.
yeah,
She
I know
got
he
some
ain't want to
joints.
say her
I
name.
know you ain't want to say her name, but
Listen,
we got some Mariah stands that watch our stuff. So let me
listen,
shout her out, Mariah. Okay.
listen. I got one for you. I had to go to the iPhone, get to pull the music out, and we're gonna end on this one. A song by a young man named Terrell George Lovett and Saeed. Saeed actually was on one of the shows. I think who was it? Oh, he was on the show with your man Diddy as the judge. What show was that?
The jump with him and Khaled was on there.
Yes, yes.
Something on, I think it was on like Fox. The jump with the meme with Diddy and the dude, they looking at each other.
Yeah,
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 I
yeah,
forgot
yeah,
what the
yeah.
name of that joint
But
was.
the name of the song is called All. And it's a live joint. That joint really bangs, bro. Honestly, any live music can really bang. Slow live music, bro. It just sets the mood. So listen,
Hold on. I got a couple because you went to the phone. Now I gotta go. We gotta shout out Janae Aiko. She
oh
killing it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for the new generation.
She got back with her boo, so you know what I mean. She
Yeah,
got a whole
yeah.
bunch of content.
Yeah. But she got bangers though. I like her
Oh, she
stuff for
got
sure.
bangers.
Yeah. I got to throw my baby Carrie Hilson out there. That slow dance. That's my joint. Got to throw my
We also know why you threw her out there, but we're gonna keep
yeah.
that.
I said my baby. Tidra Moses. I love Tidra Moses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So got to throw her out there.
Oh my God! How did we forget Snow Allegra?
Bruh. And she only like look, and she only like one of my favorite joints right now, bruh.
Oh my God!
Smack me, bruh. Smack me, bruh.
I got you.
She should have been first on the news.
Numero uno.
Yeah. Snow, that's my boo. Yeah, I rock with her heavy.
My man Marcus Anderson on the jazz tip, saxophone. Had to throw that one out there.
Okay. You rock with BJ the Chicago Kid?
I'm not gonna say no because I'm not so familiar with his music.
All right,
Maybe
you
you
got
put
some
me
choice.
on with something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know who else we can't forget? And we got to stop because we could just go on and
I
on
know.
and on. Miguel, son. Can't forget Miguel.
Miguel! Miguel!
Oh
Yeah,
my
I
God.
said Ibadu. I said Ibadu and Jill Scott, right? Yeah, we can
Yes.
go on and on and on.
Yes. We could go on and on.
Yeah. So basically what we're saying is you rock with, well, wifey know how you do with your music too, so she's definitely satisfied. Ladies, if you rock with me, the music is gonna be lovely. So yes.
You heard what he said. You heard it here first.
Yes.
You heard it here first. Well, listen, as we do clear the air, I do just want to say, whether whether you take part in Valentine's Day or not, you know, if you have a significant other, I think communication is key.
Right.
You know, is there an expectation? Are you willing to fulfill the expectation? And at the end of the day, what do I say? I say Valentine's Day, it is another day, but it's also an excuse for me to do something to put a smile on my lady's face. Not necessarily because, oh my God, it's Valentine's Day, but because it is another day for me to do something special, for my lady. So, again, communication is everything. Though when we start talking about expectations and this, that, and the third, whether it's the young lady who has the expectations, or you and the young lady have expectations, just put it all out there so that nobody's not in the dark. The one last thing I do want to say, fellas, this is a fellas podcast. I want to say this: don't play with these young women's emotions.
Correct.
If you don't want nothing with them, and you know that they have an expectation, bro, let her go find her husband. Let her go find, yeah, be honest.
Upfront, intentional, bro.
I like what he said, and that's the perfect way to end that joint.
Yeah, just because what you're doing is you're giving her the opportunity to choose.
Yeah.
But don't lie. Honesty is the best policy, bro. And I know it takes a while for us to get to that point because we feel like we gotta lie and connive and cheat and play around and do all that. I get it. But just be honest. You know what I'm saying? And majority of the time, women will respect you more if you do that. So honesty is the best policy, fellas.
Well, listen, man, I think we've cleared the air on this topic. Stay tuned because we're going to do a relationship series which talks about a little bit of everything in relationships, relationships in regard to, male and female in terms of significant others, relationships in terms of just relationships. I think, again, sometimes us men struggle because we don't have the conversations we need to, and how to effectively manage the relationships that are in our lives. And so, again, like D has said before, we're not experts, but we know how we have handled situations and how they've proved well, and how we've seen, our loved ones handle us in other relationships. So, all right, everybody, as we clear the air, just want to remind you, go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Remember, we're on TikTok as well, Facebook. And lastly, I want to remind you guys, we got the audio up and running now. Spotify, we've been on that for a little while for the majority of season 1. Breaking news is that we are now on Apple Podcasts.
What?
All right. So for all my commuters who's looking for something to do like me on those long commutes, listen, search Clearing the Air podcast on both Apple and Spotify. You'll find us and get your listen on season 1 and 2.
Yep. Let's go.
All right, y'all. We'll see you next time. And in the meantime, go back and listen and watch those old episodes. Go ahead. Don't feel free to subscribe. Do it. Take care, guys.
I'll let your boy. Peace. Enjoy that Lover's Day.